ready when you are, man.
I'm good, bro. I'm ready.
Ready for some basketball? Alright. 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody back to the Built Different podcast. This is Off the Backboard, episode 21.
Sheesh.
And we got a whole new season ahead of us.
Yeah.
The 2023-2024 NBA season is upon us. Man, how you feeling, Matt? Yeah, I got Matt with me.
Yeah, you didn't even introduce me. This got me all upset.
Nah, I got Matt with me. Of course, I'm your host, Thomas Saxby. We got Kem coming in later as a special guest. So we got a big episode stacked for you today. We're gonna look forward to the NBA season, obviously, by seeding the NBA teams. Kem's gonna come on. He's gonna talk his shit. We're gonna go through award predictions. Matt's got another ranking for me, and then we're gonna hit the high road. So just a basic episode.
The high road.
Get us into the groove, because after this, we're gonna be weekly soon. So yeah, man.
We back.
How you feeling, Matt?
I'm good. I've been waiting for this season, man, and I'm just very excited to see a lot of the young talent really go off, because the league is probably in the best place it's ever been as far as talent is concerned. 100%.
I mean, for me, what I love most about this season, and you mentioned it last episode, was the parity.
Yeah.
I think that, I cannot wait to see this season unfold, because it's a season that you really have to see. I don't think there's an obvious MVP. There's not an obvious team that's going to win the championship. Like, there's a whole lot of teams, the talent scattered around the league. There's a lot of teams that are probably one NBA trade deadline trade away from
going crazy.
Yeah, so it's up in the air.
And there's a couple teams. There's a couple teams that are a trade deadline away from blowing it up and restarting everything, like the Bulls.
Yeah, we probably might see that this year.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be a couple teams that just are like, all right, we need to reset.
Yeah, because there's going to be a couple teams that are out of it that probably shouldn't be, that are just going to be like, you know what,
Bulls,
fuck this.
Raptors, get them out of here.
Yeah, no, I really think the Bulls should probably blow it up.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
We'll get to that.
They'll probably end up like somewhere in the fucking play-in and thinking they got a chance, and then they get destroyed again.
8 to 10. That's where they at.
But what I want to do, Matt, is I want you to explain.
Oh, okay.
So, last episode, we kind of went off. We said, Matt said that LeBron would play better in the prior era, and I started flipping out about Kobe, so then we just started flipping out about Kobe. But the fans, or viewers, we'll call them viewers.
The comment sections were going crazy.
We're really mad that Matt said that LeBron would be better in the prior era, so I kind of want you to dig a little deeper on that. Why do you think?
All right, so in this era of basketball, especially in the early 2000s, in the last era of basketball, early 2000s, where LeBron came into the league, it was a one-man league. Every team had one superstar on their team. If you had two superstars, you were winning. Like, the Spurs, the Lakers, teams like that. Pistons were an exception, big exception. And so, a lot of what he went through is the same thing Jordan went through early on in the 80s. So those parallels line up good. So I'm cool with that. But once we get into, the era now that LeBron's been playing in, and given he hasn't been dominating because, he has 4 total rings, but 2 in this era of, the one against the Warriors and the one against the Heat, those teams, well, not the Heat, but those teams and the Warriors that he was going against, the competition was so much greater. And then those Spurs teams, I think, is better than any team Jordan even went against, defensive-wise, team-wise, stuff like that. And I'm not shitting on Jordan, bro. Jordan's still, top 2, arguably 1 of all time. I'm not smoking him. But I think LeBron's physicality, people say, he's too soft, he couldn't go. He wouldn't have a soft mentality back then, bro. He would be a Sean Kemp mentality of, I'm going to run and I'm going to fuck you up. But he's just way more skilled than Sean Kemp. And if he was in the Western Conference, he's smoking all those Western Conference teams in the 80s and 90s. East was a little bit tough, except Lakers. Lakers bias. But in the Eastern Conference, bro, it was tough. But when you get into the 90s, there was no real superstar teams, bro, other than the Bulls. There was no superstar teams. So if you take LeBron, put him on those teams, and you take Jordan, put him out, I'm thinking LeBron, first off, he ain't going to quit mid-90s because he has a gambling issue. He's going to go through and he's probably going to win 8, bro. I don't care. And people say, well, Jordan could have won 8. He came back and lost. I don't want to hear shit. He came back 60 games into the season. People are like, well, that's not enough time to get ready. He dropped 63 that season as well. I don't want to hear shit, bro. I think LeBron, his skill set could make him easily the GOAT. He's much more of a team player. He can pass the ball. He probably would break the all-time record in assists back then because John Stockton would get smoked by him. I think LeBron just could dominate that era with his physicality.
Crazy James gang love.
I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why that's wrong.
Okay. You didn't even say you agreed with me back then or in the last episode.
I had to make your take look good. I
gotta
support my
because you're the guy who makes takes look good.
My fellow co-host. First reason is I imagine LeBron James and the salty spittoon, and I just don't see it working out.
What does that even mean?
I don't think LeBron's surviving in the salty spittoon.
Bro, no shot, bro. If he was growing up in that era, he would have, bro. He grew up in a soft era.
The second thing is I want to say about LeBron is that, back in the day, he wouldn't have had a need to learn how to shoot. So I think his game would have only gotten so far. I think his IQ would have been great. I think he would have averaged a lot of assists. Do I think he would have been the GOAT? No. I think he averages like 20 and 10, which is great.
Nah, he's easily a 30-point per game.
I mean, in the beginning of his career, I think he goes
a 30-point per game.
He goes off in the beginning of his career, but once the physicality starts getting to him, and when he's supposed to start shooting, there's still no need for shooting. So I think he fades off. That's just my honest opinion. And
he never really started shooting in his current career, bro.
LeBron's
not good. No good shooting.
And I think he's soft, not in the way soft on the court. I just. Mentally,
but what I'm saying is, if he grew up in that era, he wouldn't be mentally soft because he would have been doing this his whole life.
Bro,
he grew up in a soft era of basketball.
But LeBron,
he grew up in a gritty era of basketball. He'd be more gritty.
But he grew up in the trenches, in life in general. So I don't think that's true.
But to me, it's the same thing where you say, "Oh, if Jordan was in this era, he would just develop a 3 because he didn't have one back then." Yeah. If he was in that era, he would develop a fucking dog mentality. I feel like.
I just don't think that's true.
Well, we're going to agree to disagree.
Bro, mentality is different from a 3-point shot.
To me, it's harder to learn how to shoot if you can't shoot for shit than it is to just become a fucking dog.
I can't. But
if you lose enough, you're going to become a dog. Jordan learned that. He lost enough. He became a dog.
I'm not saying that LeBron is going to be trash by any means. I just think over his career,
some said, "Oh, he's gonna be a 2010 guy."
20 and 10, but that's great. That's great for the
ridiculous.
time.
That's ridiculous.
That's several All-Stars, probably an MVP or 2.
28 and 10.
I think if he was to be paired next to a star, I think he wins a couple championships. But
I think if you give him 1 star in the 80s and 90s, he's winning 8. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I don't know.
If you give him what Jordan had, he's winning a lot, bro. A shitload.
I mean, if you give him what Jordan had, no, actually, no. I'm not even gonna say that. I don't think him and Pippen would have worked that well together.
I mean, I guess, but LeBron can run the guard, bro. What are we talking about? One of LeBron's best seasons, he was a guard, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. He's gonna assist a lot, but Pippen wasn't. He's not gonna be your number 1 all season kind of guy. He's just not.
What do you mean?
LeBron's
still going to be the top scorer on that team. What are you talking about?
But to my point is, I don't think he averaged in that.
I think if LeBron was his teammate, Pippen's even better. But
either way, we'll come back to this argument some other time. So what are you looking forward to this season? I mean, I already said it. It's a parody for me. Everyone's going to be healthy going into the season. It looks like for the most part. I'm ready for it to go. I'm excited that for the Knicks. First off, this is the first time in a long time that I'm actually excited for the season. Because last year, we were coming off that really bad year, and I was just you don't know. But then the Knicks ended up really good. I haven't been excited like this since Melo and Amari, bro. So I'm here. When Amari was still good. Amari still gave one good season with Melo.
Before them knees gave up.
I think my fun teams to watch are going to be the Nets, the Pacers, and the Rockets. Like, I don't think those guys like win a championship.
Mine is.
But I want to watch them. Like, that's
my fun teams to watch that aren't really contenders is Pacers and Thunder and Pistons.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 teams that
That
will
same
watch
time-
every night if they're on.
I
easily.
think I don't think the Thunder can't go on a run.
Yeah,
I think they
they're
have
gonna.
a really good fucking team. They have a really good team that I think is going to compete with the West this year. Like, I'm not saying they're going to go to the conference finals, championship, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were randomly there in the Western Conference Finals because they knocked off a couple of good teams.
I'd be surprised.
I wouldn't.
I love that Thunder team, but
Bro,
I'd be surprised.
That team is fucking gravy, bro. Especially if Chet stays healthy, that team
No.
is gravy.
If Shea stays healthy.
But he's gonna.
Is he? Look at his games played the last 4 seasons.
He was locked in last year.
Last year.
Anyway,
the 2 prior seasons,
yes.
he had like 50 games a season.
But I think I'm looking forward to seeing if the Clippers, Suns, or Pelicans can stay healthy.
That's a big thing.
If one of those
That's
teams
huge.
can stay healthy, I definitely think they're contending for a chip. And Jordan Poole.
Pool party.
Jordan Poole.
Yo, you see him? You see that man, bro?
Oh yeah, one game he dropped like 40, and the second game he was like 1 for 13.
Did you see Denny Avdia, bro, in that one where he dropped 40? He was sick, bro. Jordan Poole pump fake, goes, dribbles, guarded. Avia's like, huh? And Jordan's like, oh nah. Fade, cash, and Avia's just like, what the fuck? I was like, yo.
I'm looking forward to it because I can't wait. Jordan Poole, he's gonna have 50-point performances, and then like 10, and then 40, and then like 5.
Nah,
and then, like, I can't wait.
Do not bet on Jordan Poole.
Oh, I'm betting on Jordan Poole.
Because exactly what you just said.
I'm betting on Jordan Poole, and I'm going to be mad some nights, and I'm going to be fucking happy others.
Bro, he's going to turn into your Scotty Barnes this year as far as betting goes.
Nah, Scotty Barnes disappointed me every single time.
Bro, because I put money every time you decide to go for Jordan Poole's overs, it's going to fuck you up.
I'll go for his overs every game. I will put in a ticket for 40 plus Jordan Poole every game.
And the thing I think for them as well is just like, I feel like the way they play, not like as a team, but individually, Kuzma and Poole, I feel like when one's hot, the other one's going to be real low, and vice versa. I feel like they're not going to go off at the same time most nights.
The good thing though is I think they're going to take this season. I'm not expecting
This
anything
season.
from the
Yeah,
Wizards.
this season isn't supposed to be shit.
I think they're going to just give Kuzma and Poole the green light, and I think they're just going to they're going to figure out their game by the end of the year.
I think Corey Kispert Loki going to snap as that like corner man. Just
I still like Below.
Oh my god. Oh, Koulibaly. Yeah, but he's a project. They're going to take their time.
But that's what I'm saying. Like this year, I think they're just going to see what they have. Give people the green light.
Yo, pause, but he's lengthy as shit, bro. Koulibaly, he's like 6'7", but his wingspan's crazy, bro.
And I think by the end of the year, Poole and Kuzma will have developed something that we can look forward to next year. But I'm really just looking forward to Jordan Poole.
I'm just really shocked that they gave Kuz the bag. I figured, like, he's a little bit older. His skill set fits a team that could just use that fourth guy. I thought he was just going to go somewhere, and then they threw him a bag.
But my thing is, like, I don't think the Wizards are really looking to compete for a championship in the next couple of years. So it's might as well pay Kuzma, and if it ends up good, it ends up great.
I could see in 2 years, when he only has 2 years left on that contract, definitely ship him to a contender.
Yeah.
And get some picks for him.
That's it.
I think that's really what's going to happen.
It's either that or he develops into like a really fucking phenomenal player and they keep him.
Which I don't think is going to happen.
That's great. It might.
I like Kuzma. He's a Laker. He used to be a Laker.
Though, bro.
So I love all ex-Lakers. I think he's just going to be consistently...
He had a really good season last year.
Yeah, he did.
And now that there's no Bradley Beal, no Kristaps Porzingis...
And I'm not saying he's going to be shit at all.
Poole.
When you said he could develop into a fantastic player, I just think he could just maybe be exactly what he is right now, which is great. But I just don't know if he's going to go further than that.
Damn,
Poole, though...
We're disagreeing on a lot today,
Poole, though, I
You're
think...
You're getting my engines revved, bro.
Hey, yo.
Because I don't know.
That sounds crazy.
I think that Kuzma will be fine because he's going to...
Like I said, what he is right now is great.
But I think he's going to be like...
So, yeah, I guess he's going to be fine.
A little bit better. I think he can be a 25-8 player. Which is a little bit better than what he was last year. That's a little bit better,
yeah.
25-8,
I'm
but
cool with that. I'm not disagreeing on that, especially because he has way more.
But I think he's going to develop.
He was a third option last year.
But he's going to develop a better shot too. I think he's going to be a little bit more efficient. And Jordan Poole is just going to go off. They're going to win the championship.
Fuck. What I'm looking forward to, I want to actually see some because there's a couple teams. I'm really liking what the East is looking like. But I see a lot of Eastern teams that I feel like are 3 years away.
Yeah.
So, and Pacers, I'm not saying 3 years away being in the playoffs. Pacers, I feel are 3 years away from being into contention.
Yeah.
Pacers, I love that team. Benedict Mathurin, I feel like, is going to be, in the next couple years, fringe all-star. He's going to be a really good player. You just got to get his consistency up. Tyrese Halliburton's one of my favorite players in the league, hands down. Fuck Wally Serviak. To this day. I think, Pistons, man, Cade Cunningham, and this year right here, they aren't looking to make the playoffs. They aren't looking to contend for anything. They need to just get Cade to stay on the court.
They still got Bojan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah. He's that one vet they really need to just hunker shit down. But I think they just need Cade to stay on the court, stay healthy, have a really good, consistent year. He had a good Team USA
Keep developing
performance.
Jaden Ivey.
Keep developing Jaden Ivey. He was a dog last year. You need to make a decision on that front court. I think you do Duren and Stewart. Wiseman, I feel like, could be the best backup center in the league.
Marvin Bagley, though?
I feel like Marvin Bagley is already in training camp.
I would go Bagley.
No, they're putting... No. They're... What? Oh, wait, Bagley is a 4?
Yeah.
Oh, and Durant is... I could see that, but I feel like Stewart's skill set's already better.
Yeah, but I think...
And I feel like Bagley and Durant are too similar.
But
they don't really have different
Durant,
sets.
if you just leave Durant, because he doesn't have as even close to an offensive game as Bagley does. But if you leave him just getting boards and blocks, that kind of center.
Yeah, of course.
And let
Durant could be the best rim runner in the league, but there's nothing more than that.
My thing about Isaiah Stewart is I like him as a spark plug off the bench.
Which I can agree with.
He brings a lot of energy.
His energy is crazy when he was chasing LeBron down trying to murder him. I just know there's already sources out there that Bagley's falling in the rotation already because of training camp.
But he's already he's having good preseason games though.
Preseason, sure, but I'm saying before the preseason game started, training camp, he was falling through the rotation, which is it's scary. It's questionable because that man's probably on his last contract if he doesn't do good in the next year or two. Which sucks. He has so much talent, but that's a player where I think he could have done great in the 2000s.
Yeah.
He could have done fucking phenomenal 2000s. But they say his work ethic is tough, trash, pretty bad.
Well, that's what happens when you're on the fucking Kings.
Given. Unless you're De'Aaron Fox, you're not going to do good on the Kings. But Pistons, I really look forward to seeing their team just gel and actually do something positive this year, whether that's just stay healthy and get those reps in or even make a push for the playoffs. Pacers, I think they're going to be a playoff team and going to do pretty good as long as all health is good.
I got the Pacers.
And I just want to see, like you said, one of those Western Conference teams stay healthy, whether it's the Pelicans, the Mavs, the Clippers, the Suns. I just want to see good competitive basketball in the offseason or in the postseason, man, in the postseason. And these teams just got to stay healthy. The fucking Pels were 1 seed 30 games into the season last year.
If the West is healthy, it's gonna be 8 teams that are damn.
We could see all 8 of these teams being in the conference finals.
But so jumping right into seeding the NBA teams as they stand. I think the East is pretty shot, bro.
What do you mean? So it's a 2-man race in the East for me.
The reason why I say that is, first off, the 76ers, there's a lot of distractions over there right now.
My man hasn't played a single playoff game.
PJ Tucker is still in the starting lineup.
You hate PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker is still in the lineup. James Harden is
not in the lineup.
Probably not even gonna play. I don't really like what they're doing. I mean, I have them as a play-in because I don't know what to expect from them.
I think regardless, even if James Harden does a Ben Simmons or something like that, I think Maxey and Embiid can at least get this to a 5.
Yeah, but they don't have their depth is just kind of trash.
It's all right, but it's not the best depth in the league. It's not as bad as it's not as bad as the Bucks depth, but it's not as good as the Knicks depth at all.
Yeah. Another team.
That's why I say, because I got Knicks at 3. Not trying to already get the list out, but I got the Knicks at 3.
Yeah, same.
I got the Sixers at 5 because I think the Sixers are just a little bit worse.
We got the same top 4. But
respectfully, it should be that 4.
The Heat, I think that they really fucked up this offseason by focusing solely.
Their team ain't really
on
that
Dame.
bad. They picked up some small pieces that people really didn't even notice.
But like,
that I think it's Heat culture. I think the Heat just doing what the Heat do, bro. They don't really ever do nothing in the offseason,
but like my
bro.
thing is, you saw like Tyler Hero. You can like bank on one of two things happening. Either one, he's gonna get injured, or two, he's just gonna get so cold to where you'll think he's injured anyway.
Jesus.
So my thing is like,
but no, when he was on the floor last year, he was hot, bro. Pause. He was on fire, bro.
But either way, you're starting Kyle Lowry, right?
That's still just
mind-boggling. They have Josh.
Like
they have Josh Richardson slotted to be in the starting lineup. Like I like Kevin Love off the bench, Thomas Bryant, okay, Caleb Martin, of course. But like then Jovic, like you're expecting a lot out of Jovic.
You're expecting a lot out of like Jovic, Jaime Jaquez, like, and these are young guys.
And can the Heat pull it out of them? Of course they can. The Heat can pull it out. But like, I don't know. So I have them also in the play-in because I just really don't know yet. And I have the Atlanta Hawks in the play-in too because I don't think they're looking too hot.
I have the Hawks in the play-in, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the Hawks are gonna have a good year. Honestly, I was tempted to leave them out because I could see this being a disaster. Like, especially if one injury comes down to Trey or Dejounte. Like, it's DeJounte, it's gonna be very treacherous out there. But
treacherous is tough.
The team that I have in the play-in, it's not the Raptors, it's not the Bulls, it's not the Pistons. I got the Magic. I got the Magic as my last play-in spot. Because Banchero, it looks like, Banchero, however you pronounce that, man, he is sweet and smooth.
Hey, yo, what do you mean? Wait, whoa.
Listen.
He's a what?
He's great, he's sweet and smooth.
Don't ever look me in the eyes and say that again.
He's sweet? It's like that. I think he's gonna take yet another step this year. Franz Wagner.
I think he's the key point to whether this team overexcels or just does what they did last year. Because Banchero's gonna improve. He was a rookie last year.
Absolutely,
he's gonna improve, and he was already phenomenal last year. As long as he can get his efficiency up and just do what he did or better than last year numbers wise, that's what you need from him.
Yeah.
But I think Franz Wagner and whoever they have at point guard. They have like 13 point guards on their damn team.
Markelle Fultz, bro. And Markelle Fultz he's coming in confident.
Yeah. Bro, Markelle Fultz, if he can stay healthy.
Healthy season, healthy off season.
Then, like, bro, that rotation's just fucked.
But they have a lot of depth, bro.
They have a super amount of depth.
Jalen Suggs, Gary Harris, Cole Anthony. They picked up Joe Ingles, which I love. A good veteran to put in that mix.
Nah, Joe Ingles is a great
Jonathan Isaac is healthy. Coming into the year,
we're not put to the G League last year.
But we're not expecting anything from Jonathan Isaac. But the fact that he's healthy and in this mix, we've
been saying that exact statement for 5 years now.
We got Moritz Wagner off the bench. Wendell Carter Jr. is their starting center. I love his game.
Just can't grab a rebound, but whatever.
Yeah, so I like this Magic
I
team.
love that team. I just think like they're
gelling in the preseason. I know it's not nothing to really look at, but like they're gelling.
I think they're just a team that also falls in the category of a couple years away.
Yeah,
a couple years away.
But I think they sneak into the play-in.
They're kind of your Pistons of last year.
But I also
where you said Pistons are probably going to be a 7th, 8th seed last year.
I was bugging.
You were bugging, and I called it before the season even started.
Now I wish I made that take this year because they're getting Monty Williams as their coach.
Yeah.
They
hired him to the longest head coaching deal of all time.
I got the Pistons at 11, but I really think the Pistons can.
So do I, actually. Yeah.
Like, if someone falls out, I have the Pistons making it in. And the Raptors, I don't know. I
got them at 12, yeah.
I'm mad iffy about them. Like, they can of course, the Raptors can do good.
I just don't know what direction they're trying to go in.
Yeah.
Because, like, they could have traded Van Vliet at the trade deadline last year, got some pieces back for him. Masai Ujiri is just way too freaking confident of, we're going to keep our players. We don't have to give them away for cheap. Like, bro, he's saying for OG Anunoby, he wants, like, 2 young players and 3 firsts. Like, what? What? Dame went for less than that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? So Masai Ujiri needs to make up his mind of, is this team going to rebuild or is this team going to contend? You don't got a damn point guard in the team other than Dennis Schroeder. They were talking about having Scottie. Okay. They were talking about having Scotty Barnes start at the 1.
Which I like.
Which I'm cool with because he can play make. He just hasn't been given the opportunity. But it's just like, what direction are you going in? I just don't know. They brought back Pirtle trying to make a playoff push last year. Didn't work.
But he did good. He did great.
But I just don't... Yeah, every player's doing good, but no one's doing phenomenal, and the team doesn't gel at all. Gary Trent... I'm shocked they brought him back. It's just, I love Gary Trent. He always smokes the Lakers when we play them. Gets me tight. Yeah. But I just don't know the direction, and it pisses me off because I like to know what the fuck's going on. And that team, whole different country, they don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. They're doing foreign affairs shit right now, man. I can't mess with it. I can't mess with it.
Yeah, I know. I'm like confused on the Raptors. Bulls, I just don't expect anything from the Bulls anymore. I mean, it's like I just wish it would end. Like, I just wish the Chicago Bulls would just rebuild. I'm hoping it's this year.
Free Zach LaVine.
Free Zach LaVine for sure.
He could definitely be a number 2 on the championship team.
DeMar could be like a 6-man somewhere.
Holy shit.
But a good one, a great one. You know, a great 6-man somewhere.
Damn, son. He was 2 seasons ago. He was top 5 in MVP voting, and now this year,
that's fine, bro.
You're saying he could be a good 6-man.
That's fine. I'm just
somewhere.
done with the Bulls, man. But I mean, we also have to remember that DeMar DeRozan just isn't a winner. So it's just like it is what it is. It is what it is.
He isn't a winner, though?
The Wizards and the Hornets.
Whoa, calm down.
What has he won?
But damn, son, like, he isn't a winner is a fucked up thing to say. He made it to, like, the conference finals almost every damn year with the Raptors, it seemed like.
Did he win?
Given he got smoked by LeBron, but, like, it's LeBron, bro. Like,
yeah, but if you're a winner, you win one of those.
Does he? The Heatles?
On one of those.
And then the Heatles, and then freaking LeBron on the Cavs with Kyrie? I don't know if you win one of those, bro. I don't know if you do.
Well, he lost the one when they didn't have Kyrie, so
he got benched for that one too. You know what? And then like, that's the year that Dwayne Casey won Coach of the Year, got fired. But he got fired first, then won Coach of the Year,
and then went to the Pistons and got fired by them too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He went to the Pistons when they had Blake Griffin. Like he was gonna go to the playoffs and shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make a run." Blake gets injured right when the playoffs start. On cue like normal.
Bro, and then he came back on the court like game 4 and then with a fucked up knee and won the game and then they got smoked game 5. But we agree on the same top 4. We got the Celtics.
We got the same top 4 and like the same like 9 through 12, I feel like. At least close.
Yeah, so similar in there. But we got the Celtics, the Bucks, the Knicks, and the Cavs.
Yep, I feel like those are the definitive top 4.
I agree.
Celtics and Bucks, you can waiver either of them 1 through 4.
I think
it doesn't really matter to me.
My thing also is I would not also be surprised if I see the Knicks or the Cavs end up at number 1, just because it could take a little bit for the Celtics and the Bucks to gel while the Cavs and the Knicks they're running the same team into it this year. So I also want to be surprised if they're up there. I got the Pacers at 5 and the Nets at 6. I really love what the Pacers are throwing out there this year. Tyrese Halliburton, I think he's going to end up being like a top 15 player in this league next year. I think he can knock the door on a top 10. Bro, he's gonna be the assist.
That's what I love to hear, bro.
He's gonna be the assist leader for sure this year.
To me, it's between him and Trey.
His defense took a really good step last year. The Pacers have so much depth too.
They have like 12 men I would run.
And bro, they're gonna end up trading Buddy Hield, and their depth is gonna be that much better because some team's gonna give up a lot.
I think low key a championship team is gonna go and give them 1 pick, 1 player.
I think 2 players, 1 pick.
And that championship team needs all the players they can have.
And that's the difficult part is because the Pacers are also going to be like in the playoffs, so it's like that trade is going to be a little weird.
Yeah, but it's going to be like I feel like it's going to be like a team like the Suns or the Bucks that really go for him. Somebody that needs that like sharpshooter to go next to. Not the Suns. No, you can't have too many damn shooters. Never mind. They got no point guard on that team.
Ball on the court.
They got no damn point guard on that team still.
But the Nets I got at 6th because you know what? I say it before, I'll say it again. Ben Simmons is back and he looks cool. Like he looks cool. He looks better than he did last year. That's important. I think if you have Ben
I could look better than he did last year. What are we talking about?
He had moments. He had cool moments. But like Ben Simmons, like last year was like, bench. Like, but still, I could see him having a career, like just on the bench. But now I can see he's a starter again. He's explosive. He's running. He's doing everything. And I think that's what this team needs, especially if Bridges takes the next step that we're all expecting him to take. I think he's going to be one of the best, if not the best, two-way player in the league, as long as, unless Kawhi comes and does his Kawhi thing.
Kawhi's taking a little dip on defense.
I am very high on Bridges, and I'm high on that Nets defense especially. We're looking at, like I said, Ben Simmons, Bridges, Claxton, Dorian Finney-Smith, all in the same starting lineup. It's going to be very fucking hard to score on that lineup. And they can go on runs because they'll also have the offense. If Dinwiddie is starting next to Bridges, they're going to have the offense to go on runs in the beginning of the game.
Dinwiddie's not starting next to Bridges, though.
Who is?
Cam Johnson. Dinwiddie's got to be the sixth man. Got to be. Having Dinwiddie and Ben Simmons in that lineup is stupid. In the starting lineup?
I don't know, because it's like I love Dinwiddie as the guy that's not controlling the ball.
I feel like Dinwiddie's going to get in Bridges' way a lot if neither of them are the main ball handler.
Well, but I like Bridges, or I like Dinwiddie as a guy that's going to stand outside at the three. You give him the ball, and then he makes something happen.
Dinwiddie's not a good... Okay, but like...
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't like him controlling the ball.
I think both of them are heavy slashers. But Bridges
if Cam Johnson is thrown into that lineup as the guy that's standing outside,
I think Cam Johnson is the guy who's going to be out there. He's a sharp shooter.
But that's what I'm saying. Either way, they got the depth too.
Especially because they don't really have many shooters in that lineup. If you just name the lineup you just did, you got Bridges, he's a shooter. Then you got Ben Simmons.
He's a shooter. No, I'm just kidding.
Nick Claxton, and then Dorian Finney-Smith, not really any good shooters there. So you need a guy like Cam Johnson in the lineup with Bridges, just so it's not solely on him.
That's fair. But I like what the Nets have at 6.
I got them in the playing tournament. They're 8th seed for me, but it ain't that deep for me. Like, I just don't think they have enough firepower.
I'm sold on Brooklyn, bro. I am sold on Brooklyn, and we're gonna get a Nets-Knicks matchup in the first round. It just goes the way I want.
Just acting crazy. I don't know.
I'm sold. Brooklyn, baby. Psych, nah. But you got any other thoughts on the East? Because that's how I have it.
I'll say mine's pretty similar. I got Celtics, Bucks, Knicks, Cavs. I do have 76ers at 5th. I still think Maxey and Embiid can just keep it together enough to get them to a 5th seed if James Harden
I don't know, man, because if Embiid gets hurt, bro, or even gets minorly hurt, I think he's forcing his way.
They got Mo Bamba. I'm so sorry. Bro, Mo...
Oh, no. They got Kelly Oubre. Nice. They got Kelly Oubre.
Oh, they do have Kelly Oubre. He's going to shoot 39% from the field and 30% from 3. So nice, yeah.
No, but I mean, for me,
he's
I think...
trash.
I don't know what to expect, because I think if Embiid does get minorly injured, I think he's pulling himself out, because he wants the next contract. He wants the next big team to go to.
I think if they do not start off well, and James Harden is not heavy in that lineup, and he's not trying to play this in a third, I think Embiid requests a trade.
I would love that. Come to New York, baby.
That's the destination.
Joel, come to New York. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for Joel.
I think he could legit. And Joel Embiid's not a player you trade at the trade deadline. He's just not a midseason trade type of guy. Big players like that do not get traded midseason. So it would still be an off-season thing, but I could see him just shutting himself down, like you said, if that team isn't doing good. But then, I got Pacers at 6. Bro, I got Heat at 7. It's the Heat, bro.
Don't know what to expect, bro.
Don't know what to expect, but
don't expect them to die, you know?
Yeah, that team is making the playoffs. Yeah, you had them as like a 12th seed, and I'm just like, there's no shot, bro.
I just didn't see it, bro. I just didn't see it coming, you know?
And then, I got Nets at 8, Hawks at 9. I got Bulls, Pistons, and then, just Raptors, Magic, Wizards, Hornets. I think
you gotta be Hornets higher on the Magic, I'm telling you.
I'm not going to go too high on them. I like that team, but like I said, I just think they're a little bit away. Wizards, I think they're just going to let their 2 guys go the fuck off, not really compete for anything. Hornets, I don't know. That team is just a wreck, man. Kai Jones just got released. He's making rap fucking songs about, his teammates. Kai Jones. And then
Oh.
Miles Bridges just got
I thought-
arrested again after getting a
I
contract.
thought you said Grady Dick was.
Grady Dick. What? Grady Dick. Did I say Grady Dick? Run it down. Maybe, because those are so different names. Those are crazy.
I was lost in
different
the
names.
sauce.
And then Miles Bridges just got arrested again, bro.
Yeah. No, I put them last
So
two.
so I mean, like Mark Williams, I think could take a step and be like one of the best defenders in the league this year. I think
They're shot, dude.
I think Brandon wow. Totally
Brandon
spaced.
Miller.
Yeah, Brandon. I was totally spaced on his last name. I was
Brandon
like, holy
Miller.
shit. Brandon Miller, I think, he's going to have his woes as a rookie, but, I mean, he's a rookie. He's going to do what he does.
They'll sneaky win a couple games.
And then I think LaMelo's going to do great for 30 games and then get injured. So it's just whatever. That's just the prototypical formula for the Hornets.
So the West, I think we can quickly go through this because it's going to be a disaster.
Ours were probably so different.
Like I'm going the Nuggets number one.
Yeah.
I would feel wrong if I didn't have the Nuggets at number one. I got the Lakers at number two.
Same.
Like I said, I really love what the Lakers did in the offseason. They got a good team on the court. Whether LeBron gets hurt, AD gets hurt, I
feel like if both of them can play 55 games, preferably together, but if both of them can at least play 55 games, this team is going to be good.
I got the Grizzlies at 3 just because I think that it might be a slow start, but I think they got the team that could overcome it. And then when Ja comes, I see this team.
I got Suns, but the biggest thing for me is with the Grizzlies. It's just when Ja's not on there, given, yes, they're still the best team or one of the best teams without their star player whenever he's not on the floor. But it's just like, to me, Desmond Bane, I feel like, might have a breakout season because those first 25.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to snap. But
if he snaps, that's everything you need.
But who's that number 2? Is it Jaren Jackson Jr.?
He's good on the offensive side, but it depends. I mean, I don't think Marcus Smart's your number 2. That's for sure.
No. But then also when Ja comes back, what's that lineup? Is it Ja, Smart, Bane at the 3? It's like
Bro, it's
6'5".
position.
It is, yeah.
It's positionless.
That's a small lineup, man. I don't know. Steven Adams is still going to be Steven Adams.
Like for big lineups, you just put Adams in. Big lineups, you keep them out, and you have the best lineup on the court in the whole league. It's going to be nuts. Yeah.
What's your 4 and 5? Jaren Jackson at 5. Who's 4? Clark. And when he gets healthy.
I gotta look through.
Because he's still recovering.
We'll cut this out.
I was going to say, you said best lineups in the league. What's that fifth guy?
I mean, because if you go Marcus Smart, Ja Morant, Marcus Smart, Desmond Bane, you'll probably be cycling in like Conchar, Aldama, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I'd just rather have Steven Adams in the lineup at that point.
And then Jaren Jackson.
that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter because those are guys, like, you have a lot of depth, and they're going to be fucking with it all year. But I like that. That's small. Their small ball lineup. One thing
I think is important though, with Ja out, those first 25 games last year, they had the best backup point guard in the league in Tyus Jones. So when Ja was out, he could do a lot of that.
They'll have Derrick Rose. It's like, nah.
when Ja was out, he could deal with a lot of the weight that Ja took on, given he's not the player Ja is at all. But I think he's going to have a really good season with the Wizards. But I don't know who backup point guard is going to be.
I think Derrick Rose could give you a good 25 games, though, at least. He did last year for the Knicks. Gave a good 25 and ran out of gas. I still think Derrick Rose got a good 25.
Even when Ja gets back, who's the backup point guard?
Not Derrick Rose. They'll make a trade at that point. No, but for number 4, I got the Timberwolves. I know.
Holy shit!
I'm high on the T-Wolves.
Fuck!
Listen, everything that I've seen from Anthony Edwards, I know. I saw everything that I've seen from Anthony Edwards.
I love a few episodes ago, I said he's going to flirt with top 10
Rudy
this
Gobert
year,
is a great regular season dude, and I think Cat's going to be fully healthy this year, and I think they're actually giving the keys to Anthony Edwards.
Oh, wow.
And around them,
McDaniels
is a lot of defense and a lot of just quirky guys. I think I like it, but like I said, this is the fucking West, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Whoa.
Number 5, I got the Clippers. I think even if Paul George or Kawhi gets injured, again, they have the depth that's going to, like, get them to where they need to be. I have the Warriors at 6. I can't.
Where are the Suns? Holy God damn.
Yeah. I can't put the Warriors lower than 6. Can't put the Warriors lower than 6 because, I like what, you've seen in the preseason, already liking what Chris Paul's doing with the Warriors. At 7, I have the Suns, and the reason why I have the Suns at 7 is because 1, we haven't had a healthy Kevin Durant season in a very long time at this point.
Jesus.
Suns at 7. Only reason is because if KD goes down, this team is a lot worse. If Beal goes down, I guess they can survive that. But I'm mainly concerned about KD because he twisted his ankle on the free throw line last year. Baseline. Wherever he was, it was embarrassing, and it proves that this man is made of Twizzlers. So,
well, that doesn't matter to me because the best player on that team is Devin Booker.
No, right, and that's fine and all.
As
but
long
like
as he's on that court, they're going to do all right. They're going to do all right. They still got
the Suns' depth is good.
Somehow
but
they got a good.
My
good
thing
bench.
is, it's only good if Kevin Durant's there. Because if Kevin Durant is out, Grayson Allen takes that next role.
Grayson Allen is not going to pop in as a 4. Yuta Watanabe is going to pop in as
Fuck
a 4.
that 4 inch. It's positionless, bro. Especially the Suns.
That's the goofiest small lineup I've ever seen.
The Suns are one of the goofiest lineups I've ever seen. Period.
I mean,
Bradley Beal is at the 1. All right. So
I still feel like Devin Booker is going to do most of the ball handling. Whoever's at the 1, I feel like Devin Booker is going to average probably like 6.
Either way, I don't know.
7 is crazy.
But at the same time, if the Suns are healthy from point A to point B, they're championship threats. You know what I mean? So
they're at 7
for right now because they're a team. It's like the Pelicans.
So you're more confident in the Wolves than the Suns? That's what you're saying
for the regular season. For the regular season.
I mean, it don't matter because when the playoffs come around, if the Suns are a 7th seed, that means they're going against the Lakers or Nuggets. So they're going to get smacked.
I don't think they get smacked if they're healthy. I don't think they're smacked.
Oh, well, now they're healthy, though.
No, I'm saying
are they not healthy in the regular season, but healthy in the playoffs?
I told you, don't listen to me for this West. I'm fucking trash here. I got the Thunder at 8. I wouldn't be surprised if they were top 6, but I also don't think they, have more talent than the guys ahead of them regular season wise.
Right.
But I do see them being a Cinderella team this year. I think they'll.
I don't even know if it would be considered as a Cinderella anymore, just because last year they made such an unannounced push, like no one really saw that one coming. That to where a lot of people have them on the radar now, so I don't really think it would be really Cinderella anymore. Last year could have been their Cinderella.
Pelicans at 9, just because they're another team. If they're healthy, they'll be a lot higher than this. But can we expect that? At the same time, though, I think Ingram's gonna struggle this year.
Why?
Like, I can see, bro.
He had such a good end to the last year.
The Team USA shit.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, though.
Bro,
that was weird.
Mentally going in this season, I don't know if he's in the right spot. But we'll see what happens. They also had some injuries to their depth as well, so we'll see.
Trey Murphy.
We'll see what happens. Mavericks I have as the last play because I can't exclude them. But also, I think Luka and Kyrie figures it out. I have them a lot higher. Those are my playoff teams, any order, top 10.
Fuck.
I do have the Kings missing out. I have them as the first team missing out. I'm not expecting them to have a lightning in the bottle season again, but they could prove me wrong again. I don't know. Mike Brown's not consistent. The Rockets.
I know what that is. Yeah.
Rockets I have at 12, just because they shouldn't be better than these teams ahead of them. But I do have them definitely making the playoffs if 2 teams above them get hurt. I got the
crazy.
Spurs at 13. I like what they have, just not for the playoffs. Blazers, it's kind of confusing, and the Jazz. Is
it confusing? The Blazers? What's confusing about them?
I don't know. It's like
I think that lineup is strapped, bro. I think that lineup.
I know
is crazy.
they're rebuilding, but they're also competing. So it's like
I don't think they're competing.
It's weird.
I think they have their pieces.
They have a team on the floor that can win games.
They have their pieces, but I don't think they're going to be eyeing to compete. I think they're eyeing to get Shaedon Sharpe and Scoot Henderson a lot of reps this year because Scoot didn't really have, or Scoot's a rookie, number 3 pick, gonna go off. Got great potential, and then Sharpe, he just didn't get a lot of reps last year because he was off the bench. But those last 10 games, he fucking snapped.
That's my rough West rankings.
Rough.
So.
I got the same top 2, but that's where the list kind of stops for our comparisons. So I got Nuggets, I got Lakers.
I did crack before.
I got Suns. I got Suns at 3 just because like there's so much. If you can just keep 2 of those guys on the floor healthy, I think this team can easily be a 6 seed. But I'm going on thinking they're going to be some decently healthy
if
this year.
Kevin Durant stays healthy for a whole season, bro, he might win MVP.
I don't think he needs to stay healthy for a whole season. I think he just needs to stay healthy for, like I said, for LeBron.
I don't have
and
no
AD.
trust in Bradley Beal, so I'm definitely like for Kevin Durant. If he stays healthy, like every year for the past few years when he was healthy, the team did great that he was on. He was in MVP contention. If he's healthy all the way through, he's gonna put up a historic season. But I'm done expecting that.
Historic's crazy. But
bro, he was shooting like 58% before he got hurt last year.
And he was also shooting like when he was still in the Nets career lows from the 3, but it's whatever.
What?
Just look at one. You're just looking at one stat. You're just looking at field
50.
goal.
Yeah, that's what you want. He's an automatic shot, automatic mid range, automatic. Yeah,
I guess, but he also couldn't hit it. Him and Kyrie, when they were on the Nets at the beginning of the season, couldn't hit a 3.
Not buying it.
Not buying what? It was an actual stat. He was missing the most 3s of his career.
All right,
but anyway, so I got Suns at 3. I got Grizzlies at 4, just because I feel like they're gonna lose more games than they would without Ja in those first 25. I got Warriors at 5. I like Chris Paul coming off the bench for them. I think that's good. I think that's a perfect little lineup they have as long as everything works out and no one starts throwing fists and shit. I got Clippers at 6. Healthy or not, they're going to be a playoff team just because, like you said, depth. Norman Powell probably might be like 6th man of the year contention. I have it between 2 guys. We'll get into that in a little bit. I got Mavs at 7. I feel like Kyrie and Luka are going to come back from that disappointing end to the season last year. They had time to gel. I feel like Kyrie might be locked in, and Luka's always locked in. I like that they brought in Grant Williams. They got Seth Curry back. I like their rookie pickups this year. I think they could be a nice little 7.
Like Luka's already has nagging injuries from all the basketball he played in the offseason, so we'll see.
Which, yeah, that happens. I got Pels at 8. Brandon Ingram is a worry, like you said, because of Team USA. I don't know what that was. He was like 1 for 11 one game. It was weird. But, like I said, they were coached by a good coach, but not a great coach. Steve Kerr just didn't know what to do with him. He's never had an elite small forward except for KD. But Thunder at 9. I'm not as high on them as you might be, just because I feel like I said,
had them at 8.
Oh, did you? I thought you had him at 6. Okay. All right, so then, yeah, we're not far off. I thought you said 6. Just because, I mean, yeah, they're good. They're not going to be a Cinderella team like you said. Oh, you said as high as 6 you could see them be. Yeah. That's what it was. But I think,
they won a lot of games last year.
A lot of teams got better around them, so that's how, they're going to be 9 seed. They're going to be pretty much where they were last year. Wolves I got as 10. Don't got them at 3 or 4 or wherever the hell you had them.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I love his game. I love his mentality. He's a dog, but I just don't like Cat and Gobert together. On the court.
I like Anthony Edwards as the number 1.
So do I. I love it. I think, like I said, he's going to be pushing top 10 this year.
That's what I'm saying. Anthony Edwards as the number 1, Cat as the number 2, and Gobert just focusing on being Gobert. I like it for the
I think McDaniels could take a jump. He's a really good player. He can play both sides of the ball. He's lengthy. But I think McDaniels is a perfect 4 option. With Cat there, it's just a weird. I don't know. I don't like the fit with those two in the lineup, Cat and Gobert. But whatever. Still got them in the play-in. Your talk kind of did swing me. So I had Kings at 10 and Wolves at 11. I switched it. I got Wolves at 10, Kings at 11. I just think the Kings were the ones who had the Cinderella last year. I think they're...
Lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, lightning in a bottle. They had no injuries pretty much last year, just over like a couple nagging ones with some just off-the-bench guys. They had the worst defense in the league last year. Didn't improve it really much at all this offseason. Everyone got better around them. I think they're going to fall out of the playoffs. The last four are interchangeable for me. I have it Jazz, Rockets, Blazers, Spurs, but I feel like they're all going to be around the same place, same wins, loss, and all that. I don't really have much hope for any of those four teams. Don't have any guarantees on Rockets
the
making
West
it.
Is nuts. Yeah, man. I'm a big believer in Udoka and also Jalen Green. So,
and now that Kevin Porter Jr. is off that team, Jalen Green can mature and get his head right. Yeah.
Definitely mature.
Because Kevin Porter Jr. was a nutcase.
All right, so in a second we'll have Kem on the screen.
Who's Kem? No.
All right, so we are back. Kem is in the studio. You guys see him on a different conversation. But he's very knowledgeable in sports, and he's been waiting to talk his NBA shit. So what you got for us today?
Well, three things. The first, I want to kind of talk about a little bit of what you guys were talking about here with the East and the West. I loved how you guys were just ranking that.
Okay.
It's just a couple of things to watch in both. So I got the West wild like you guys have it.
It's so confusing to me, man.
Very, very confusing. You see, Laker Nation for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what I want to
too many Lakers fans around me.
Yes. Absolutely, yes. I want to highlight CP3. Okay. On Golden State.
It looks good.
It looks good.
Great right now.
Yes.
And I knew it would because, and the reason why I've never been sitting here saying, okay, the Warriors are absolutely out. I'm confused on how they're going to figure it out. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we're talking 2 all-time greats.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're going to figure it out. You know what I mean? They're going to figure it out.
2 top 5 to 6-ish point guards.
And we're talking point guards. We're not talking we've seen in the past stars get together and they've shit the bed, but we're talking 2 high IQ point guards. They're going to figure something out.
And the thing for me is, too, it's just it's not like and given the comparison, it's, apples, oranges, but, it's not like DeJounte Murray and Trae Young getting together where DeJounte Murray's a great ball handler, this and that third, but Trae Young can't really play off the ball. Curry is arguably the best off-ball player the league has ever seen. Yes. And he is also, just with that, the best shooter the league has ever seen. So if you do run lineups where Chris Paul's at the 1 and Steph's at the 2, that is seamlessly going to work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Steph is just going to run around like he always does, get off of screens and just cash that shit. So I just feel like whether you have Chris Paul in the starting lineup or bench, I feel like it can work. Yeah. But I just feel like you have him coming off the bench but still play heavy minutes, especially late game minutes, and you have him run that, because I think him and Kuminga could be fucking phenomenal together. I think Kuminga can actually have a little bit of a breakout this year. He's had a really good preseason. So, I think this can work seamlessly as long as health isn't a factor, which it always is.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. Yep, I think he is going to get the max output out of Kuminga. That's another reason why I wanted to highlight this. I believe that he is going to work perfectly.
100%.
That 16 and 9 is going to go a long way. Career stat is going to go a long way with that second unit and everything you just highlighted. Steph running off all those screens. It's going to be, come on, man, that is just going to work. I don't know.
It has to.
It's going to be beautiful.
I think he could revive Clay. He could revive Moody, especially Moody.
I think Clay, other than defensively, I think Clay was phenomenal last year.
Yeah. So, not like revive, but I mean I think
it's a contract year this year for Clay.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah.
He's trying to get that bag.
And there's no. And speaking of that, there's no progress with the Warriors and the Klay Thompson. By the way.
Yeah.
So this could get a little.
Yeah, that
weird
was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Now another thing is the Dame Lillard sweepstakes. Who won that? I didn't know. I never got you guys' take on that.
Who won it?
Yes. All right.
I think a couple teams won.
All right,
I don't think there was really many losers in that scenario, because I think when the initial
who won
trade
the most is how we.
Well, if the Bucks win a championship, they won the most.
Okay, gotcha. If the Bucks
I think that's what it's going to depend on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
if the Celtics win the championship, they won.
I think whoever comes out the,
you know what I'm saying?
Whoever comes out the East, most importantly, whoever wins the championship, Bucks, Celtics, because both of them could lose the championship. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think who won the most as of right now, I say the Suns, because it gave them a lot of depth. I like subtracting DeAndre Ayton out of that because he's a locker room cancer. In Phoenix, I think fresh start in Portland. We'll see what happens. I don't know though, because with the Bucks, getting Dame,
Yeah.
pushing Middleton to your third option,
Absolutely.
Right.
letting Giannis relax a little bit on offense.
Talk that shit.
Absolutely.
I love what I don't know. I honestly love the Bucks with Dame more than I love Drew with the Celtics. I'll say that.
Really?
Yes, I will say that.
Now that's where. Go ahead.
See, for me though,
Uh-huh.
when Kristaps got traded for Smart and everything, it was like, oh damn, who's gonna run their one? Derek White's good, and he's good on defense, but he's not Marcus Smart. Then you bring in Drew Holiday, and now that's a guy who's comparable, if not better, than Marcus Smart on defensive end. But comparable at least. You're bugging.
He took a step back.
You're bugging. You're
that's
bugging.
why let me
Players,
Took a step
when
back.
players
Let
take
me
polls,
go.
when players take
Let
polls,
me
they say
go.
Drew Holiday is the best player on defense in the league.
Took a step back
least
last
guards.
year, man.
Okay, all right,
He was
Anyway,
licked up a bit too.
Yeah,
But he could be comparable to him on defense, but he's definitely better on offense. The one thing I do think the Celtics lost, it's not a player, but it's the leadership, like the voice. Because 2 years ago it was Ime and Smart. Then they lost Ime, so then it was just Smart.
And Time Lord was
And now
huge for them too.
And he was just a
voice, a leader,
and a clear head. That he's not a star, so he's not egotistical, and he's just going to get everybody on straight. Even though he wasn't a vet, he's still only like 25, but he was just that good guy. But now you don't really have a voice, so that's why I'm a little up in the air. So I do agree. I do like Dame with Giannis, two all-time greats on the same team together, just like we were talking about with the Warriors, two all-time greats. But I mean, like I said, I don't think there's any losers because I think the Trailblazers won. And the initial trade, you would think, all right, Trailblazers didn't win because but then they got even more pieces back. And shit, mid-season, they might trade Brogdon to a contender or Time Lord to a contender if Ayton's really showing out. And they could get even more pieces back. So I don't think any team lost, but Bucks, if they win it, cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is what it is objectively, but I'm going to go to the Celtics, okay? Only because now there's a couple things. Now, of course, I love everything that both of you said about how Dame you can't lose in that.
Yes.
I just love what it does for Boston. Now, I'm not Laker, opposing all that. But Drew Holiday, listen, man, gets max output. Like another thing, like what you said,
he goes back to
with
third
Chris
option.
Paul,
fourth.
like with Chris
He's
Paul
a fourth option.
Golden State, he is absolutely that same missing link, not necessarily the Marcus Smart attitude, things like that, but defensively, output. Man, come on.
I'm gonna continue with this.
Young dudes that didn't really have a personality, that professionalism and max output shit that Drew Holiday does, wherever he went, ever since he was a Sixer, bro.
Talk that shit.
That's fine.
Come on, stop playing. He is actually, come on, he was a little nicked up, and I'm not even, I'm just saying in this.
Here's my rebuttal. The reason why I don't put the Celtics as the winner is because I don't think this Drew Holiday trade matters in the sense that the Celtics' success is going to fall on the head of Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay.
Because if Porzingis gets hurt or he is inefficient, it's going to be a big gaping hole at the end of that lineup.
That's why Drew Holiday
he's
is
not
still
right.
one of those pieces.
But he's locking down the guard though. He's locking down the point guard position.
He's going to amplify Kristaps.
Yes, and he's going to
amplify. That's what I'm saying. But if Kristaps ain't there,
I don't think he's not going to be there unless he's
injured.
injured.
I don't know.
Injured is the only way he's not there.
That's the thing. Like with Kristaps, he has a high tendency to be injured or very cold.
Yes.
Shoot.
Not last year.
As a Knicks fan, but he was on the Wizards. They weren't winning anyway. You know what I mean? So, but now he's playing important basketball again. And I remember when he played important basketball for the Mavericks, when he played important basketball for the Knicks.
Never played important basketball for the Knicks.
He did.
Never did.
Bro, his last tenure before he blew out his knee, the Knicks were in playoff contention.
It was 25, 30 games into the season.
Right, and then he died.
Never was in contention.
But in contention of the playoffs, they were.
Never.
Either way, the important basketball games, Kristaps was shooting his teams out of the games or hurt.
He's not being asked to do any of that in Boston, though.
Yeah, he's a third option. He's never been a third option.
Like I said, asked to do any of that.
We'll see.
Just be consistent.
Like I said, I think the Celtics depend a lot on how Kristaps gels into that third role, how he does. Because if he does good, the Celtics fucking check him off. Like I think they're better than the Bucks if Kristaps comes out and does good. But if he struggles, injured, whatever, I have the Bucks.
Either way,
so I think it's coming down to Kristaps for me.
Main stars, I have no worries on either team. Mm-hmm. Of course, injuries can happen, so like that's always a worry for every team. Mm-hmm. The only worries I have for either of these teams is their benches, because their benches are weaker now.
Mm-hmm. But I like I like the Bucks bench better than the Celtics.
I think they're both comparable to shit, but it's whatever.
Comparable to shit.
Bobby Portis, if he's off the bench, then of course, that bench is
like Portis.
Stacked. But also, if Derek White's off the bench, which I don't think he is, I think they're going to play him at the 2, Brown at the 3, and Tatum at the 4.
Positionless basketball.
Of course,
man.
I know.
We gotta get used to it.
But I think you should play down and then have Derek White off the bench as that spark plug. But then again, who are you slotting into the starting 5 for Derek White? And the bench just isn't that deep, especially if, like you said, Kristaps gets hurt or Al Horford gets hurt. Because Al Horford off the bench as well, him and Derek White could be really good together. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, if Kristaps goes down, now you're depending a lot on Al Horford. Or if Kristaps doesn't...
If Dame goes down... Who do you have backing him up?
But I'm way more concerned about Kristaps' health than I am of.
I'm way more concerned about his health, sure, but at least there's 3 other players who can still put up 20 on the Celtics,
which is fair, and it's a good point. But it's just too big of a
and
hole
all
for
3
me.
of them are good two-way players as well.
Yes,
it's just,
and Kristaps is as well. So that's 4 players that are all good two-way players.
But I can't wait. Like this is gonna be fun. Like Bucks versus Celtics. Those
conference
games,
finals.
Those games are gonna be spicy.
Yes. Oh my god!
Yeah, this is everything. Now the third thing, fellas, is the in-season tournament. How do you feel?
I don't like it at all.
You don't like it, okay?
I don't think the way they treat the All-Star weekend is how I think they're gonna treat this in-season tournament. Like. At the same time, they are regular season games.
Yes, it's just an NBA Cup. Is what it's going to be.
But I think there's going to be no added intensity. I think.
Okay. So what about the money? So it's $18 million. So the winner of the tournament itself, $500,000 per player for the winner.
They all make millions. You know what I mean?
But that's just
and it's good money. It's good money. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely good money, but it's not something that teams are going to risk their seasons on, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, with the new CBA, they got to play 65 games anyway, and this is a part of the 65.
But they're not. But what I'm saying is, they're not going to be going all out. They're not going to be like risking like they're not going to be playing players like full games like they would in the playoffs or anything. I don't think it adds intensity. I think it's just going to be like whoever the fuck wins is whoever wins.
To me, it's just like you said, it's just going to feel like a regular Thursday game.
Right.
It won't matter. I won't notice the in-season tournaments going on unless somebody tells me.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just pointless. I do like Adam Silver. He's innovative.
I like it.
And I love the play-in tournament. I think that's one of the best things they've ever brought to basketball, just because it brings extra intensity at the end of the year.
I love it.
Yeah, it brings extra intensity at the end of the year
from all those
for
teams
those 6 to 11
those teams we know ain't gonna win the chip, but.
It's something, so one of the things is it's something that gets the players, even though, like you said, we won't know that it's an in-season tournament game, but the people who go, we like to fucking go to games, though. Yeah. Like, anytime we want to go to any of one of those games, we're for sure going to see whoever we wanted to see play that night during that time.
That's a good point.
Because it's, you know what I'm saying? So they had to kind of come up with something to make sure that people get to see some of the shit, too. You understand what I'm saying? Because we always complaining about, them resting them guys and everything like that. So it's at that point in the season.
Yeah, it incentivizes not resting players, but given this offseason, it feels like I've heard 5 different players that get rested a decent amount have said we haven't been wanting to rest. The teams are resting us. And so it's just even Kawhi was saying that, the rest god.
Kawhi was literally just you think I just don't want to be out here playing basketball? I'm just hurting.
This is the most he said in 3 years.
He's I'm literally hurt. I don't know what's going on for me.
I'm literally hurt or they rest me. I'm not sitting out.
All right, but good points.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
fucking with you. I'm fucking with y'all. So Cam's gonna stick around. So we're gonna do some award predictions real fast, and then we're gonna do a draft. So scoring title. I want to open up with that.
See, so last year there was 5 guys over 30 points per game. So at one point in the season there was 9.
Yeah.
So this, I feel like we all might have different answers.
So what you got?
I think, especially if James Harden isn't there, I think for the third season now. I think Joel Embiid could really go the fuck off and average, 32, 33 again, especially if James Harden isn't there to, hold it down for him. So I'm thinking either Joel Embiid or I'm thinking Shea could probably do it again.
Okay.
Go crazy again.
So that's the same thing. I got Joel Embiid for the same reason as you, but at the same time, I really feel Luka's going to be up there contending. If he can have a healthy season and Kyrie's not necessarily getting in his way, I like Luka.
At one point last year, he was averaging 38 for
you like Shea, but on the other end, I like Mikal Bridges just for the reason that I said earlier. If he's in that all defensive lineup, he's going to be forced to score 30 a game. So 30 a game can win you a scoring chip.
That's a hot take. Hot take. Everyone's
I'm sold on Bridges, bro. I will get a Bridges jersey.
I am too, but it's just leading the league in scoring.
Yeah, that's
if he's gonna, every fan needs a hot take though.
But if Bridges is gonna be in this lineup with all these defenders surrounding him, he's gonna be forced to score, and we saw last year that he can do it. Yeah. But that's why he's my dark horse. He's not. I don't think.
If I was gonna go dark horse,
and he's gonna play every game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If I was gonna go dark horse, I would say. Is it really a dark horse? It's Steph, but
that's good.
Is that a dark horse? It's not a dark horse.
I consider him.
But Steph is still just
I like two of y'all. So in all truth, I like Shea and Luka. That's crazy. So even though I think that everybody kind of knows what's going on with Shea, with who's coming in there this year, with Chet actually being there and shit that.
Right. And he's looked good.
It's just going to turn up. You know what I mean? Whereas
that's what I'm saying. OKC, I'm ready. It's good. It's going to be crazy.
So, and then Luka, we already know why. If he's not super nicked up, you know what I mean, from all of the summer play and shit like that.
He played a lot this summer.
I just think for me, the reason why I wouldn't, given... Like I said before we started recording,
and it's the
I think Luka could be a top 10 player of all time if everything folds right and he gets all the right awards, championships, this, that, and third. But he just added Kyrie to that team. He's never had an elite scorer like that on this team. So I feel like his scoring numbers might dip a little.
Right.
Not like crazy, but maybe dip to 28, 27, and Kyrie be around 25, 26. And but his assist numbers, his rebounds are always going to be around 9 to 10 ish. So I'm not worried about that. But I just think he would be tap it.
So MVP, I'm going with Giannis. Now the reason is because I have the Bucks second. I think when it comes to the Celtics, I think Tatum's scoring is going to be down a little bit because they're going to have a lot of talent on the team.
100%.
I think with Giannis, I like him because he'll be way more rested, so I think he's going to get more rebound. I think his rebound stats are going to be insane this year. I also think, him and Dame, they're going to be scoring a lot. I honestly see Middleton probably falling under 20 points per game because I think Dame and Giannis are just going to go absolutely off. And I just have Giannis. I think defensively he's going to be a force, and I think on the offense he's still going to be a force, but what I like the most is that Giannis is going to focus on his game. I think he's going to shoot less threes. I think he's going to just be in the paint a lot more. There's going to be less pressure on him because Dame will be out there and Dame will probably be doubled or what have you. I think Giannis is going to have a great fucking season thanks to Dame being there. Honestly, 30 and 15 would be nuts. Historic and nuts. And that'll win him an MVP.
Okay. That's my runner-up. But I just think clear-cutting away the best player in the league is Nikola Jokic. And I just think what he does to that team, it's probably one of the most a player contributing to his teammates, the best we've seen it of all time. Yeah. He does everything for that team. He will run up the floor. He'll get the ball checked in. He'll run up the floor and just cash a three, or he'll go set up an intricate ass play, 3 freaking dribbles or 3 passes in advance, get it going, set it all up. He'll go and grab 25 rebounds on you. I just think he does so much for that team. His defense has improved over the last few years. I think he just does so much for that team that I think he has to win it if if they're within a top 3 seed, which I believe they will be, that he has to win.
We know Embiid won't win it.
Yeah, Embiid got his, but that's over with. I think that's good on. Especially because the perception on him now is after he fumbled in the playoffs and shit, it's just like, oh, he got his MVP, now he don't care. So I think we're good on that. Who you think?
So I'm going dark horse, man. So here's crazy. Something I never said, right? I'm going with Anthony Davis.
Okay. Healthy, like Anthony Davis forced to play.
I'm going.
If he stays healthy, I think Anthony Davis is top 3.
Yeah, if we're talking about health, he's top 3 in MVP and defensive.
Because I mean, we saw when he was fully healthy last year. Because we knew when Anthony Davis came back last year, I think he was still a little hurt, but like the perception was you got to get the fuck back on the court. And then he was fully healthy. We saw
like
him
around
go
like
the fuck
25,
off.
30 games into the year, he had like that 11 game stretch where he was bugging.
And I was making mad money. It was
just bet
great.
the overs every time. Rebounds
because the overs were
points.
low and it was great. So defensive player of the year, I think I'm going with the dark horse here because obviously you could say Anthony Davis, you could probably say Giannis, probably say whoever.
Oh, are we going the same person?
I'm going Evan Mobley.
Oh, we're not. Oh, but he's my runner-up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going Evan Mobley because I have the Cavs finishing in that top 4. But I really love what the Cavs are right now. The spotlight really isn't on them. At the moment, there's no real pressure on them. I think they're going to have a smooth year. I have Donovan Mitchell in top 3 MVP and scoring title.
I thought you were going to say defensive player. I was like,
no. Donovan Mitchell is someone I didn't mention. I think he's actually about to have a really good year.
100%.
Hoping for it. But defensive player of the year, I got Evan Mobley. He was top 3 last year, 3rd. I think he takes that step, and the Cavs are going to especially need it if they want to be a championship contender this year.
Okay, all right. So mine has a little asterisk next to it.
Ben Simmons?
What?
No.
I think, so if this team, if the Heat can make a top 4 seed in the East,
okay,
I think Bam Adebayo is getting
All right.
He is such an underrated defensive player. It's ridiculous, and it's actually like shocking to me how underrated he is defensively. When all the GMs, because they had a poll this offseason, all the GMs like were voting on shit and everything, and it was who's the best defensive player in the year or in the league. No votes went to Bam, and I was like, this is crazy.
Yes.
Alex Caruso got more votes than Bam, and I'm like, this is absurdity. So I think if they can be a top 4 team in the East, he is winning defensive player of the year. But my runner-up, like I said, Evan Mobley. Last year he was top 3, and it was his second year in the league. So I think he can hit. Sky's the limit for that kid defensively, and if he can just bring his offensive game together, he can just be an animal in that court.
That's dope. We all love Evan Mobley, so
Hell
I'm going Memphis, man. I'm going Jared.
Back to back.
I think he's going to clean up. I think because the USA
he's locked in, bro. He's locked in on that defensive end
play and shit like that.
Oh yeah,
super
he's locked in.
He's
bro.
okay with playing D, then running right back down, getting down in the post, or popping out for a 3, switch hands.
He's starting to thrive, bro. He's starting to thrive.
I mean? So I'm gonna go with him back to back just because of the USA play, just to see. But I'm in agreement with y'all with young Evan, man. I don't care about the right now because when he does pay attention on D, even though they need it, like you know what I'm saying, like they actually need the complete shit.
Well, if you got Garland and Mitchell really both locked in, being cohesive and both playing good, you don't even need that offense from any of the other players. Now they got Max Strus, so that adds another little outside weapon that they can use.
I agree. Yeah. And then, rookie of the year, I'm going Wemby. I mean, like, he's doing his thing in the preseason. Yeah, man. He, like, just what he's doing and the way these NBA players are reacting. Like, Paul George had a funny-ass reaction to Wemby. He's straight up, he's blocking threes. He's fucking running back on the
2 threes
and then ran back on the other end. He's like dunking from mad far away from the fucking basket. I think no matter what, he's gonna have success as long as he's healthy.
Hell yeah!
And I expect the Spurs to protect him in a way that he's gonna be healthy through the year. I think it's Wemby. I love Chet. Don't get me wrong. I like that Chet's making this, comeback. He's got weight on him. He's fucking taunting. He's looking fucking good.
Right.
But Wemby, I think, clears.
Right, he's in his bag. To me, I think, I do have Wemby. Given if he makes the 65 games, Chet runner up if he makes that 65 games. My little sneaky guy though is Brandon Miller. Not really sneaky as like, oh, he's second overall pick, so he's not sneaky. But it's a team that no one's really watching because it's the Hornets.
He can put up stats.
With Bridges gone.
Yeah.
With LaMelo, he's probably going to be in and out of the lineup because that's just LaMelo. I hate to really be talking on like
Gordon Hayward will
like
probably
that.
play like 12 games.
Gordon Hayward. So like with Terry Rozier and LaMelo as your main two scorers, and one of them might be out in or out of the lineup, I think Brandon Miller, he can just go off.
Yeah.
He can go crazy.
I love with both of y'all.
Yeah.
I love both of them. But listen, man, I'm
Chet.
thinking. Nope, I'm going with Scoot.
Oh,
I just think there's so many guys
so much
who can
going
score
on.
that
Yeah,
team.
but listen, I'm just gonna go with just. You're right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, because I can't argue with Wemby overall. He's probably going to take it. The fact that he is an alien, that you see that everybody has not seen anything like him. You know what I mean? Like everybody's seen. Damn near that way, but how fast he gets to the ball and jumps to the ball and shit he's different.
And
so
it's the way he plays basketball for me.
Yes.
It's just like it's natural. Like it's
it's
he doesn't
natural.
force anything. It's just there. You know what I mean?
The first couple the summer league games, I was like, what the fuck?
But I think he was just like in the back. It felt like he was just in the backyard putting up shots.
Exactly, and then
it was hard for him to like focus. But like now in the preseason, now that he's like it's competitive and I'm here for it.
Yeah, but
I like Scoot though.
Yeah, I love Scoot. So I'm only going with him because I truly believe in him. But it's like you said,
I like
it's going to be hard.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going
on. Right. But it is the future. So let's.
But given he could win it,
based
off of because I think he might average a little less points than the others just because there is so many players on that Blazers team that can score, but. I feel like he could get a lot of assists for a point guard, and he has that vision, he has that mindset to really dish out the ball. A lot of people just see him as like a aggressive scorer, but he can actually dish that. So I think if he pulls up like 16-8, which is like it's lofty to think of, but he pulls up 16-8 on okay efficiency, and like maybe the other guys start struggling at the back end of the year, he could sneak that in there 100%.
Yeah, I fuck with that take.
Hell yeah.
So you want another one of them?
Yeah.
All right.
In a minute.
Oh, okay. Coach of the year, I'm going with Rick Carlisle.
Oh.
So the reason why I'm going with Rick Carlisle, again, I've criticized Rick Carlisle, but I think if the Pacers do good, I think if the Pacers do what I think they're going to do, which I have him as 5th, I think he gets Coach of the Year. And I think it's hands down him based on my rankings, or the Wolves coach, but I'm going with Rick Carlisle because I think no matter what, I think the Pacers are locked in for a fucking great season, and they're gonna fuck with that unless the Bucks or the Celtics have such a good year, like a 65 win, 70 win year, like in that range. I'm not saying a record breaking year, but if they're in that 65, 70 win range, I think one of those coaches will get it because they're new, whatever. But I'm going with Rick Carlisle.
I'll say Adrian Griffin, rookie coach. Wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
Rick Carlisle. That's a great pick.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Thanks.
But I got Joe Mazzulla. No. After last episode, I was talking so much shit on him. No, I got Darvin Ham just because, given you would think, all right, well, they're already touted to be one of the best teams in the league. Last year, they were a low seed. Fought their ways to the conference finals, just at a third, recouped their team. I think if they can win 55, 60 games, he could definitely have a shot to getting that. So I almost said Joe Mazzulla again. I got Darvin Ham. Laker Nation out here. Laker Nation.
We'll take
it. You said it though. You said it before you just chose, the coach, Darvin Ham. I like Adrian Griffin though this year.
Oh yeah.
Just to kind of because I think that he can actually make that work. And just like everything we talked about earlier, and you guys talked about earlier about that inside out and. What Giannis is not going to have to do and how they're going to be committed to that. How he's going to make that work. You know what I mean? With the wins and,
be good.
And being damn near MVP, it's no way he's not going to.
And I think the most interesting thing is it's going to. I think what it'll come down to with the Bucks, because like I said with the Celtics, I think it comes down to Porzingis. For the Bucks, I think it's going to come down to is Dame really that dog?
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen him in a situation.
He ain't been through this.
We haven't seen him in a situation where he's had it in his hands to either make that finals run or not, because we never ever thought the Trailblazers would fucking win anything.
Even that conference finals run they made was shocking.
So
and then
now I think it'll be up to
Warriors.
Dame. Are you that dog? Like, are you actually that dog that can get it done?
I think so.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I think so. Well, just real quick before.
No, you're fine. I'm skipping.
I
the first
think
game,
so
that's all I was gonna say.
because it's just skip that.
Yeah.
he doesn't have to worry about, damn, I have to do it all.
Yes.
He
Not
has
at all.
a top 2 player in the NBA on his team with him. So, yeah, he's probably going to be the number 1 scorer on that team, Dame is. But he knows he's not the best player on that team. And he even said, he goes, this is the first time I've never been the best player on the team.
Yeah.
And that's even when he was rookie to LaMarcus Aldridge. Like, he knew he was already the best player on that team. So he knows he can defer a little bit. So even if those moments get tough, he has that guy right next to him that can do it with him.
That is still pretty much together.
Yes, bro.
Brook
You know what I'm
Lopez,
saying?
Middleton, Bobby Portis, Giannis.
George Hill.
That shit.
Is he still there?
I don't think so. I don't think George Hill's in the league anymore, is he?
I think he is.
That man be floating around. Bro, the George Hill, DJ Augustines of the league, man. Those point guards who will just always be there. Appreciate y'all.
And, all right, no, he's not. I think he retired. All right. But he's there in spirit. No, but, so just for shits and giggles, what's your championship prediction? I got Lakers over the Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to make some crazy-ass run this year. But I think what's going to happen is that the Lakers, LeBron's going to become the GOAT at the end of this year. They're going to go on a run and they're going to win. But I think the Knicks are going to surprise everyone and get there. And especially if they get to the conference finals, I think the NBA are going to put the fix in. And they're going to make sure it's the Knicks and the Lakers, the 2 most profitable franchises in the league. Yo, NBA, if you're watching this, trust me, a Knicks-Lakers finals would be the best thing you could do. Make a lot of money.
Come on, you see the jerseys.
Come
on now.
Yeah, let's do it. I got Lakers over Knicks.
Yeah, the betting odds on that is crazy.
Yeah, I bet on it.
Put your
$5 to make like $700.
Put your betting, guys. I have it classic Lakers Celtics. I've been saying this, man. I said this last year. Every great Laker has beat a Celtic. If LeBron wants to be considered, he's already a great. He's already an all-time great.
He's got to beat up Tatum.
If LeBron wants to be an all-time Laker, he wants to be on that Mount Rushmore, he got to put the Celtics down. And I think he's got the team to do that. I got Lakers, Celtics in 6 games.
You see it, man. I
love
can't
that.
even. I don't
love
even.
We all got the Lakers in the finals.
Listen, we all got the Lakers in the finals, but there it is, right there. I just think that legacy, dynasty, all that type of shit happens this year. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's all set up. You know what I mean? For it to happen all over again. Like, you
just
know what I mean?
it.
Just let it play out now. You know,
just for it to end up like Nuggets, Bucks, or some shit. Like, I'm fine with that.
I'm
fine with that.
You got the 2 best players in the league.
I'm not even going to lie.
In the finals, so that's good.
So what we're gonna do now, before we wish Cam well, is that we're gonna do a draft. So how this works, we're gonna have a series this year. So we're gonna do a draft. Basically, we'll have a theme for it. Today's theme is just the players that are in the current league. But we're gonna spin a wheel. So the wheel is gonna land on the team that we have to pick a player from. We're not gonna have any repeat teams. I'm gonna remove them from the wheel once a player is picked. And we're going to do a 2K simulation and see who has the best drafted team. So since Kem is our guest, he's going to go first. And then me and Matt are going to play rock, paper, scissors to see who goes second.
Just 1 or 2 out of 3?
1. Rock, paper, scissors. And then go. Yeah. All right? Rock, paper, scissors, go. Wow. All right.
You're always last in these drafts.
Kem's first, Matt's second, I'm third. So... No, that wire wasn't important.
Oh, I was like, what was that?
All right, so Kem... So, Kem, you got the first pick, so press spin. In the middle.
Oh, wow.
So, Kem's team is, the Orlando Magic.
Oh, wow.
Sheesh.
Paulo
Banchero, easy.
All right, that's his power. That's his.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He said with the number 1 pick in the draft.
The Magic select Giannis.
Yes.
I was like, oh.
All right.
All right, man.
What do I got? And you took out that team, right?
I should have.
Oh, fire.
The Chicago Bulls.
Now I'm in.
Zach LaVine. Damn. As my 6th man.
All right, I'm going now.
No, I'm just Zach LaVine.
All right. All right, Pistons. You know what? I'm going with my 6th man pick. We're dropping Cade Cunningham
Okay.
on the bench.
On your as your 6th man. I mean, you can,
so
you can
I
decide
go again.
you can decide where everybody is at the end.
I go again.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to place them now? Or?
No, we can decide where you want to place them at the end. Yeah.
New York Knicks.
Oh, you already now you got both point guards. Look at you, because you better pick. You better.
Yeah, but
You could get Steph.
I know, you know.
You could draw the Warriors next, and now you can't get Steph. I mean, you could have Steph at the 2, but
He got Paolo. You know what? I'm gonna go Julius Randle. I'm gonna go, and that's not me saying that he's better. That's just thing. I got to think down the road.
Right,
There's a lot better point guards,
yeah,
and there
the
are
power
better.
forward position is weak. Yeah.
Strategic.
All right, Matt. It's not letting me remove teams, so we'll have to respin if you. Ooh, the Jazz.
So, with the reasonings he said, exactly like he said, I'm gonna have Lauer Markkinen for my 4.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right, so you get 2 picks here, big dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kem. Let's see. Oh, wow, the Warriors.
Without a question, come on.
Steph.
Greatest shooter of
Curry.
NBA history.
Golly.
All right, spin that again.
Oh boy, this guy stinks.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Spin again.
Mm-hmm.
Spin again. You got the Bulls.
Yeah, I already got Bulls.
Oh, wow. He got Miami.
Oh my goodness.
That backcourt
Easy.
is crazy.
Jimmy Buckets?
No. I'm actually going to take Bam.
Bam out of... Oh!
My defensive player of the year pick. Talk about it.
Bam out of bio.
All right, I'm up.
Fuck. Blazers? Portland.
After they get rid of Dame.
Scoot at the point guard. DeAndre Ayton at the center.
I got DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, damn. My team's not looking too
Yo, your
good,
team's
guys.
looking a little crazy.
But 2K loves DeAndre Ayton.
My
I do
team
know that.
is definitely looking worse. Let's see if I can make it better. I got 2 picks. Lakers? No, Knicks again. They're, whatever. The Charlotte Hornets. There's only one choice here.
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball at the point guard, I guess. Do I? Yeah. Who's their center?
Mark Williams.
Yeah, fuck all that. All right.
So second.
Damn. But he's good. He's good in 2K. He's good in real life, too. Philly. Yeah, we got Joel Embiid.
I wish he took Mark Williams now.
Joel Embiid. So I got Embiid and Julius Randle locking down the end of my team. All right, Matt.
Jesus.
Let's go.
Kem's team is looking ridiculous.
I think I got this.
Oh, Atlanta? No. Cleveland?
Okay.
Cleveland!
Donovan Mitchell.
At the 3?
At my 2, because Levine is off the bench.
Oh, whoa, okay.
All right.
Donovan.
These your last 2 picks, big dog.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he got
No, these are his last 2 picks.
6 man.
Oh, 6 man. All right.
So he's got
You got one more after.
Get that
Yeah.
Let's shift around. Let's see what we got. Come on.
Donovan Mitchell definitely just helped my team out a lot.
Oh my God, Atlanta. So you already got a point guard. So I guess you could go DeJounte at the 2.
He could go trade
Nah,
at the
man.
1 and Steph at the 2.
I'm going with Trey.
At the 1?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
Trey
Yeah,
and
Let
Steph?
him dish and, you know what I mean? The same premise of Chris
Bro,
Paul.
that
Yeah, am I
shooting
right?
is absurdity. Not much defense
I
at
don't
all,
know,
though.
bro. I don't know,
But he got
bro.
banned for that.
Bam.
Kings? Sacramento. So you got Harrison Barnes or Keegan Murray at the 3, or you could throw someone on your 6-man slot. You get potentially De'Aaron Fox as your 6-man.
Oh, my God.
Damn, this is interesting. Let's go with De'Aaron Fox.
As a 6?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I gotta get some weight now.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
That's a team right there, my guy.
All right.
A lot of speed.
All right, Matthew.
A lot. Matthew was crazy.
Clippers. Wow.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Him and Mitchell?
All right. Here we go. I got my last 2 picks right here. Come on. Give me like the Lakers. Suns?
Oh my God. Oh,
Kevin
brother.
Durant at the 3.
Oh, brother. This
Kevin
guy
Durant at the
stinks.
3. All right.
That's annoying.
Come on. Jazz got to spin again.
Yep, I already got Lowry.
That would have been intense, though. Lowry at the 2. And at the 2! And at the 2! Let's go! Anthony Edwards at the 2. I got a spicy team. So my team's done. So it's LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Julius Randle, Joel Embiid, and the 6th man, Cade Cunningham. So Matt, this is your last pick. It has to be a point guard.
I could put D-Mitch at the 1. I don't want to hear none of that.
Then it could be LaMelo.
Charlotte Hornets. I already got them. Come on, I could put LeBron at the 1. I already did the Bulls. This is tragic.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while. Scotty Barnes at the 1?
So I am taking Pascal Siakam, and I am moving everyone up a bit.
Okay, all right.
D-Mitch is my 1.
So Siakam at the 4?
Yep.
You got a big team.
Kawhi is my 2
You have
guard.
a
Is tough.
big team. So Matt's team is Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, Lowry Markkanen, Pascal Siakam, DeAndre Ayton with the 6th man of Zach LaVine. And here we go. This could potentially make or break the entire shit right here. You're looking for a small forward.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta spin that shit again. Kings. Grizzlies. Oh, so Grizzlies. So you could, I guess you could use Desmond Bane, or you could maybe move Paulo at the 3, put in
Paulo
Jaren
played
Jackson.
3 last year. Paulo played 3 at a decent amount last year.
Yes, he did.
So this is not a bad pick at all.
Oh, nah, bro. Jaren Jackson and Bam Adebayo as your front court defensively?
Yeah, you're fucked because you have a big team.
So let's go with JJ, man.
Yeah, you have
All
to.
right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and he's going to be
My
at the front.
team stinks compared to
Thinking
y'all.
analytically.
My team stinks.
I mean, it's
All right,
not bad,
damn.
actually, but...
So Kim's team is nuts. He got Trae Young, Steph, Banchero, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bam Adebayo, and a 6th man of De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
Nah, that team is
Yo, how
absurd.
we let Kim get on the podcast and we get smoked.
We win.
I mean, what was your team?
All right, so here's the teams officially. So Kim got Trae Young, Steph, Banchero, Jaren Jackson, Adebayo, and a 6th man of De'Aaron Fox.
Jesus.
Matt has Donovan Mitchell, Kawhi Leonard, Lowry Markkanen, Pascal Siakam, DeAndre Ayton, and a 6th man of Zach LaVine. I have
Poor.
LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Julius Randle, Joel Embiid, and Cade Cunningham as my 6th.
Bro, honestly, Julius Randle's the weakest link on your team, and that's crazy.
No, I think my 6th man spot is, because what is
Maybe.
Cade Cunningham going to add to this? No, to this team,
gotcha.
like what is
I mean,
he like?
yeah,
you know?
but still, I feel like my team's the weakest. Having Levine, Siakam, and Lowry when you've got your defense and then you've got immediate offense and Embiid, this is my first definite L
in any draft,
in any
ever
draft
done.
that we've ever done because I know I'm last in this. Unless 2K loves Ayton and Lowry and Kawhi and D. Mitch. So
We'll
I will
find
say
out.
that,
We
because
will
we're doing 2K24.
find
So
out.
I'll do this one. You gotta put a little thought into it because you gotta put your future mind reading thoughts into this. Your
Anytime
fortune teller.
Matt
Fortune teller
Matt
here,
does
baby.
this because anytime I have a chance to think, it just goes to shit.
Yep. So you gotta be a little fortune teller here. In 5 years, top 5 teams in the league right now.
What? Okay.
Who do you think? And given you're gonna have to, pretty much be like, all right, I think maybe this team could still have this player. Da da da. Who do you think are the top 5 teams in the league in 5 years?
In 5 years, the top
Give
5
a little
teams.
reasoning.
Celtics.
Okay.
I think the Celtics will be there. Reason why is because they just re-signed Brown. I think it's inevitable that they're going to re-sign Tatum. So I think in 5 years, both of those players will be there. Or
I think they're going to be the only players still on that team. But yes, I think they're going to be there.
So that's one team. Now, the second team I have, I'm going with the Pistons.
Yeah.
I think in 5 years they'll have figured this shit out. They're going to have a lot of talent.
I think they're going to be able to figure it out by next year.
I'm going to say the Lakers because they always figure it out. I think the Lakers just, after LeBron, they're going to figure some shit out.
Are they going to have anybody on this current team still?
Yeah, they're going to have something nasty. I think the Thunder, it's inevitable.
Yes.
The Thunder are there. And the last team, I can't say the Spurs yet. Because we haven't even seen Wemby play.
Right. Not a
season
single
yet.
regular
Not
season
even a game
yet. Not a minute logged into his career stats.
Man, that's tough.
But Devin Vassell's looking good. Rockets?
Nah. Not the Rockets. I think the Rockets are going to have a good, 3-4 year run.
Wolves? Because it won't have Cat by then, probably.
Man, that fifth spot is good. You know what?
Magic?
A team that's really bad right now. No, I can't even say that. I mean, Utah. I don't.
I would pick
Nah.
Blazers. I'm having Blazers.
I'm not. I'm going with the Pacers, number 5. I believe in Tyrese Halliburton that much.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, probably top 3 favorite players for me.
They're gonna have money. They're gonna have fucking all these young players. I think they'll figure it out. They'll get some real good talent around him. So that's how I have it. I have the Celtics, the Pacers, the Pistons, and that would be crazy.
Lakers
Celtics, Pacers, Pistons, Lakers, and fucking yeah. Well, I mean, damn. How do I leave the Nuggets out of there? Because I still think they'll be good in 5 years.
So do I.
We'll see, man. We'll see.
But at that point, Jokic will be 33. Still think he'll be good at 33. Yeah. But will he have a good team around him at that point? For me, I would have the Celtics, the Pistons, the Thunder, 100%. I feel like those 3 are just you have to. But then I would have the Blazers because I think Scoot and Shaedon Sharpe in 5 years could be one of the best duos in the league. Fair. I think the potential for those 2 is ridiculous.
Fair.
And I'm a Laker fan, but I don't think I was going to put the Lakers in there just because I do not see what post LeBron era is going to look like. I don't even think we'll have AD in 5 years. I feel like something might happen where he leaves or we ship him out, something. So I think I might have the Rockets in there because Jabari Smith Jr. is looking really good. Jalen Green's looking good. They got
that's fair. I love it.
Amen Thompson. They got Cam Whitmore, Tari Eason, Alperen Şengün. I could see all 6 of those guys that I just named.
Dylan Brooks.
I could see all 6 of those guys I just named being fringe all-star type players. So
that's fair. I like Houston. You already know.
Yeah,
y'all already know.
I just don't like Houston right now as far as contention. In 5 years, I love them for contention. Absolutely. If they can somewhat keep 4 of the 6 I just named.
So, to end this off, our opening week, Lakers, Nuggets, Suns, Warriors. What do you got for just a quick little prediction? I got the Lakers beating the Nuggets. I think they're going to be exciting. They're going to be healthy.
It's Lakers at Nuggets?
Yeah, I believe. Nuggets are going to get their rings. We're probably going to get another photo of LeBron being salty in the background while Jokic gets his ring.
Chill out.
I think the Lakers are going to come out and they're going to boom the Nuggets. AD looks really good. And then I think the Warriors squeeze one out against the Suns. I think they squeeze it out. They win by 2. It'll be a late game.
It'll be a dogfight?
It'll be a late game. Kevin Durant misses the game-winning 3. Yeah. Book it.
Nah, because if that's correct.
Book it. And then, you know, a couple other games that I'm really looking forward to is that Celtics-Knicks game the very next day.
Yes.
I wish this was on our opening slate, but I see why those other two games.
Lakers and Warriors always get opening night games.
Yeah.
And then, Nuggets just won, so they have to. And then it's Kevin Durant.
But Boston
So,
Knicks and
Suns
the
have
Garden, I think is going to be very interesting.
Which Garden? They both play at the Garden.
Madison Square Garden.
I was like, TD Garden or Madison Square Garden?
And then the Suns versus Lakers, we're finally going to get, hopefully, unless something happens on opening night, we're going to get Kevin Durant versus LeBron James for like the first time in like 5 years or whatever. They're going to hype it up. I'm ready for it. We're here.
Is that
That's fine.
the absolute next game? Like, I mean, is that the day after? Or is there
2 days after.
Okay, I was like, damn, back to back to start of the league or the start of the season's crazy.
No resting your stars.
I'm looking forward to seeing a replay of a Jokic AD matchup in that first game. They both bugs in that series in the conference finals, but it's just Jokic is just that guy. Like, I say AD, when healthy, is a top 7, top 8 player in the league. But Jokic is definitively number 1 for me. He's just that much better than everyone else outside of, like, Giannis. Because Giannis is the only one really running him, like, for his money. But I think it's going to take a little bit for the Suns to get good. Like, to get, to feel themselves out.
That's why I think, like, the Warriors are going to, like, sneak up in there.
Yeah. Because
I do have the Suns beating the Lakers in that game, too, though.
I can see
but
that.
I see the Warriors,
There's so much offense
Yeah.
on that Suns team that they're going to be running us rampant. But the Lakers defense, I'm not going to, I won't shy away from. I think that Lakers defense is really good. But I could see them, especially if they win against the Nuggets, I could see, maybe they'll take an L in that second game.
I think at some point, though, the Suns are going to go on, like, a big winning streak.
They're going to go on a humongous winning streak, bro.
Yeah, like in the beginning of the season before someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
But either which way, man, we're here for the season. This is going to be fun. We're going to have all the takes, everything. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, sell your souls. Get on the train, get the train run on you. Shout out to Belgium, shout out to Ghana, shout out to Australia now. I see y'all.
Hey.
Y'all are out here. Y'all are out here watching.
Good day, mate.
But yeah, we're gonna be here all year with NBA. We're gonna be weekly in a couple weeks. We're gonna give the season, a little chance to marinate. But with that being said, have a good day.
This doesn't have enough. Yeah, it doesn't have enough. We're not gonna no Bob.
All right.